I love about the chi circles is that it's almost even slightly different because we have this sexual alchemy approach to it. So it really brings in a different element of things that we may be talking about that you wouldn't perhaps normally talk about with friends, or even in normal women's circles. Sometimes it doesn't come up.
So to actually hold a circle has been really important for me to reinforce a lot of the practices and why I'm doing the practices. It's given me this kind of overview. Wonderful to be with a group of women. I come from a very female family, but my own family that I created has been all men, two sons. So it's very nice to be in that female space for me.
Sometimes it's not a very big group, just a few of us, or sometimes just another person, but that would have completely transformed my experience of the day, or even the days before or after. I'm a mom with a young child, and sometimes having these deeper conversations, being listened to, or listening someone like completely with uh, all my presence doesn't always happen. And I started really cherishing these moments of being in this kind of an exchange and sharing with another person.
They're really about the conversations that maybe aren't happening out on the street or in the coffee shops, or just in regular conversations with people, including maybe with partners. Even the idea about having conversations about how would you have conversations like that with a partner that are deeply personal, that we've grown up without, or maybe grown up even with them being shamed or closed, or shut down in a way. So they're one of my favorite parts. Possibly because I think I have my own history with that, where it took a lot. I mean, for sure, we would chat about sex loads, but it was all laughter. It was all at the surface, and it wasn't really about me or the person that I was with. And then it didn't come into also these sharing states where I realize the level of connection, that I'm not alone, that people have the same experiences.
Also, for me, one of the questions that we have, the in the liberation talks part of the circle, has really made me think about, oh, actually, what is it that I'm doing when I'm making love? Why am I making love in this particular way? That's very personal for me. And it's brought it out from the actual circle to my relationships with even other friends, other girlfriends, questions that I'd never have thought of.
Our last cheese circle was so beautiful. We had a few new members join, and we had a good old laugh actually with the Esther Perel questions last time, because I think one of the questions was what was a really good date or something like that. So sometimes it takes a while to think about, oh, what is the answer to that? But actually we got there, and we had a good bit of fun laughing about it at the same time.
More so, but after each circle, I felt like this spark of interest or energy towards going back to the practice. That was always a bonus for me. But really, the main thing was to feel like, this connection with other women, which doesn't always happen to that level in everyday life. So
and seeing how younger women are navigating their lives with these amazing practices, there's a part of me that feels like, wow, to have this practice. If I'd had this practice when I was in my 20s, etc., some of the women are 20, I'm in my 60s. We have a real lovely range of people with different life experiences, and the gathering in the circle just is this unusual space.
When I was in my 20s or early 30s, so I'm almost 50, and I would have been thinking about 50, 60-year-olds and thinking, oh, well, my sex life it's sort of bookended in this period of time. And I'm sure old people only have sex however often. But actually, so to sit in my 20s and 30s and hear older women speaking about all sorts of different sexual experiences, practices, connections, frequency, depth, that I think that just sort of also blown my mind. And that would have been really inspiring. And there's so many myths around menopause and sex and women's bodies. And I think for me, it's reassuring to know, because I'm lucky enough to have other people in my life who are like, actually, that's not true. Actually, that doesn't need to be true, including this practice, and the jade egg practice, to know actually that we're not doomed beyond a certain age. So that for me is very exciting. And I would have loved and been deeply inspired, I think, to know that at a much younger age, you know. I think that's new information to me already. I'd say since after my 40s, all of this is new information, that actually you could have a sexual revolution at 45 if you wanted to.
Mm.